What's up, everybody? This is Unrested with the questions you requested. This is JFAQ, Japan's frequently asked questions, and today I was sent an article about a 40-year-old man from the Maritime Self-Defense Force who set fire to his house, killing 4 of his 8 children, and injuring some of the other ones, including his wife, who was at the house at the time too. And his reason for doing this was reported by him as his wife didn't pay enough attention to him as she was leaving the house for the day. Apparently the story behind this guy is that he lives away from his house, he lives on base, and his wife lives off base, and he only gets to see her on the weekends. They meet up on the weekends. And apparently he felt like he wasn't getting enough attention on this weekend visit and decided to take this out on his wife by setting fire to his house. Now, one might think that maybe he just tried to set a small fire just to kind of, I guess, teach her a lesson, as stupid as that lesson would be, and get noticed, get some attention. The thing is, though, reading the report fully, I found out he actually took multiple bottles of kerosene and dumped them on the floor, and then lit those on fire inside the house, definitely causing a fire that would rage through the house, which, as a member of Maritime Self-Defense Force, and he was an officer in there too, which is a high rank, obviously, he definitely has been through fire safety training. There's no question about that. He knows how quickly a fire can progress and why it is important to not light fires to progress quickly through a place that you're living in. I think that's pretty basic even for those not in the self-defense force. So, and again, this isn't some kind of attack against self-defense force members or even Japan or anything like that. I'm just commenting on this article because it was sent to me and what my thoughts on this guy and what his actions were. Now, why this guy thought setting fire to his house would help out his situation was he quoted as saying that he thought it would make his wife feel bad for him or feel concerned for him. Now, mind you, he didn't realize this, but his wife actually saw him laying down the kerosene, pouring it out. So he already screwed up there and was seen by her doing that. Even if everything had gone, I guess, 100% the way he wanted it to, he still would have burnt down part of his house. And then on top of it, even if he hadn't killed his children in doing so, he still would have already been seen by his wife pouring down the kerosene, and she still would have thought he was a complete idiot. And that's just the thing right there. What's wrong with this guy? Was he a complete idiot, or was he childish? And, you know, I don't even really want to say childish because I feel like that's an insult to children. My own 4-year-old realizes not to play with fire. He realizes that if he plays with fire inside the house, he could end up injuring himself, another family member, or possibly burning down the house. And he's 4. This guy was 40. It's a sad situation, and let me just be the first to say this is not commonplace in Japan. There isn't people setting fires to their house left and right. Of course, there is arson that happens in Japan, but many more brutal crimes happen all across the world. I'm not blaming Japan for this one thing. I'm just talking about one incident, and the reason I'm talking about it is because it was sent to me for JFAQ today. I'm not really answering any questions, I suppose, on it. I'm more so just doing a commentary on it. It's just such a crazy case. Why? If you wanted attention from somebody, would you risk your own children's lives? And they said, supposedly, like when the fire engines came and everything, and the fire department had to come and put it out, and it took over 100 minutes, they said, to put out this fire. So it was quite a raging fire, that the man was utterly upset. He was like shouting "Gomenasai," which is like, I'm really sorry and everything, and apologizing to everyone and saying he didn't think it would spread and stuff, which, too late, man. So, and that's the thing that gets me even more is, honestly, if this guy was some kind of psychopath or sociopath and we realized his intentions were purely the super selfish, I want to kill my children so I can get money from them, or I want to burn down my house so I can get money for it intentions, you'd at least say, oh, okay, well, he was this cold, calculating psychopath, and that was his reasoning behind it. But it's not even that. He was just so stupid he didn't realize that he would actually put other people and himself and his wife and his whole family in danger. 4 of the kids died. 4 of them either inhaled smoke or burned to death. His whole house is burned down now. His wife is most definitely going to divorce him after this. I don't see why anybody would stay married to a man like that. He definitely lost his job in the self-defense force. He's going to jail, and he has no family and no house anymore. So that's what he gets for throwing his little fit. It's pretty incredible. I saw some of the comments, the commentary that people made. They said, you know, this guy, obviously very, very old school Japanese man who believes that the wife's love and devotion should center 100% around him. But, I mean, he obviously already got attention from her. He got a lot of attention from her at least 8 times, right? If they have 8 kids. On top of that, I want to say, I've got 2 kids. And either my wife or I are insanely busy with those 2 kids. In fact, we are so busy that there's days that we rarely get to talk very much in the morning at all while we are preparing everything for those 2 kids. Imagining how much you would have to do prepare for 8 kids is just incredibly unbelievable. The fact that you would try to put yourself before your wife's devotion and taking care of those 8 kids is just, it's beyond selfish, it's beyond childish. It's in the realm of just irrational and insanity. And that's most likely what this guy is, irrational and insane. You know, my thoughts really go out to the mother and the children at this time. What they must be going through must be so impossible to deal with. I don't think there's words to even come close to describing the pain they must feel right now. But like I said, just touching on the old-style Japanese man, again, that's what I saw a lot of commenters saying, that this is the guy who thinks that, you know, the devotion of the wife should completely rotate 100% around him. He's an old-school Japanese guy. A lot of men in the self-defense force are like this. They want these old-school Japanese ways when it was like 1915 Japan. I don't know if this is all true. You know, this is all speculation by the commenters, and I'm not agreeing with this 100%. But I will say, my wife, who is Japanese and obviously grown up in Japan, she kind of had the same sentiments. She said, yeah, this guy is a really traditional Japanese man who thinks his wife should have 100% devotion to him. And I think if this is the way that someone acts in this kind of old school, outdated way, it's the same kind of thing that is if an American man would act like this in an old school, outdated way, yell at a woman to stay in the kitchen and, you know, make him a sandwich, and, you know, while she's barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen while he works all day and brings home the butter. This isn't the way the world works anymore. You need to be socially progressive. You need to realize the world does not rotate around you or rotate around the way it was back in the 1915. I guess that's really all I've got to say on this. That's my commentary on it. That's me answering my personal thoughts, I suppose, as far as the question goes. Let me know what you guys think. I will post the link to the article in the comments below and in the show notes. And I'd love to hear what you guys take on it, what you guys think of this guy's actions, what kind of insanity you think it would take to go through with something like this, and how someone could be so stupid they didn't realize how badly this could hurt them, their family, and the people living in their house. Sort of a sad video, nonetheless. It is JFAQ, Japan's frequently asked questions. I am unrested with the questions you requested. Please hit like, comment, and subscribe. Likes really help out my channel. They get my videos seen. If you'd like to see more of these more often, hit that like button so this channel gets seen. Thanks again, guys.